Welcome back to the channel and to another new episode of 5 Things You Might Not Know. This, as always, is the 101. This one is episode number 34, but as always, if you have missed any of the previous episodes, check them out in the series playlist, a link on the screen. And here we go again, this time episode 34 of 5 Things You Might Not Know about WWE 2K18. Let's kick this one off with another bonus Barricade finisher. Now in the last 2 episodes we've covered how awesome these can be, and today we have got another. Adding to that list today is the Big Show and his knockout punch. Like the rest, hit your finisher in this position, which will send your opponent over the barricade and into the crowd. With thing number 2, we have got a method on how you can control a universe mode run-in. Now as we all know, in this year's universe mode you can select to do a run-in before a match with 3 options, which by default is AI controlled and can't be controlled by you the player. But what you might not know is that there is a method to actually make this work. So for this one, firstly make the match that you want to run in on. In this example we are using Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura. Now in this example we want to attack Hardy with Randy Orton, so put Orton as the manager of Nakamura. From there, start the show and it's now time to set up the run-in. Select the manager that you chose previously, so here it will be Randy Orton. Choose a post-match run-in. Choose the superstar that you want to support, which is the superstar you're already in the corner of, and then start the match. Once the match begins, you'll see there is no sign of a manager, so you know this has worked. And following the match, here comes the run-in, which now via this little method is now fully controllable. Next up, we are talking about The Undertaker, specifically in last man standing matches. Now we all know about Taker's famous sit-up, that in terms of the game is normally seen at the start of his comeback sequence. But what you might not know is that this also takes place in last man standing matches each time Taker breaks the 10 count. So this one is automatic for Taker in these types of matchups, with this animation being exclusive to the dead man. With thing number 4, we have got Backstage Authority cutscenes. Now these were introduced last year in 2K17, and what some might not know is that they remain in the game for 2K18. Now there are 3 of these in total, including one for Triple H, Stephanie and Mr. McMahon, and they can be seen at either of the 2 Backstage Authority offices. To get these to appear, all you do is do a strong grapple on your opponent with their back towards the door, and if done correctly you'll get to see a short authority cutscene with the authority member then leaving the office, rather than standing there and watching the action as they normally would. Last up today, more of a fun one, we've got how you can use entrance gear in matches. Now as we know, the game features clothing parts that are exclusive to entrances that can't be used in matches themselves. But today we have got a workaround and a way you can avoid this attire restriction. So this one is nice and simple and can be done in a few easy steps. Now in this example we are using the Nature Boy Ric Flair and specifically his entrance robe. First up, make the second slot a manager slot. Then copy the entrance gear of the first slot into the ring gear of the second slot. Then go to edit attire and now change it to a superstar attire. Then you want to accept this first alert, but from there back out and choose not to save it. If done correctly, your second slot will remain a superstar slot and they will still be wearing their entrance attire as their in-ring attire. Using this method, the normally unusable attire parts are now usable in matches, such as wrestling in Ric Flair's robe, or even the entrance gear of the monstrous Vader. This also opens up possibilities for the more crazy attires, including now being able to wrestle in the gobbledygook attire. And there we go, with that one, another episode done and dusted, which finishes up episode 34. As always, let me know in the comments if any of today's feature 5 things were new for you, and if you enjoyed today's episode, then a like rating would be awesome to see. Stay tuned to the channel for another episode of the series coming very, very soon. And with that said, until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.